Hi guys.
Hey y'all.
I have Emma here. Say hi.
Hey,
How are you today
I'm good.
or tonight?
I'm excited for this.
Oh, I am too. We're having
Who's
a
ready?
little girls' night,
Well, girlies night.
and I was like, Emma,
Got the
like,
goods.
please, we do have the goods.
Yes.
I was like, please, be on my podcast with me because I just love you and I just want to hear what you have to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I said, absolutely.
absolutely. That's all she wrote.
Say less.
Say less, queen. So Emma and I are roomies and we're besties, and yeah.
Yeah. Nash Vegas, babe.
Nash Vegas, babe. How are you liking Nashville?
I love it, honestly. I mean, I feel like, sorry, dog toy. I feel like it all happened like really faster than I expected. But I had the opportunity to move in with y'all, and I'm so glad. I'm so happy and so thankful. And I just said, hey, fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yep. I remember when I first met you,
Mm-hmm.
and we were like,
boy.
on Broadway.
I'm scared.
And you're like, oh, like, I want to move here. And, like, people say that all the time. Like, you just, like, kind of, like, take it with a grain of
Everyone
salt.
says that.
Everyone does. But I was like, oh, my God, wait. I would love if Emma lived here. I would love it. And then you just kept saying you wanted to move, and then
It was like a
you were
dream.
like, serious.
Serious.
And, like, I didn't, like, expect you to be, like, serious, but no, like, you were serious. And, like, y'all, here she is.
My first time in Nashville was like January 2019, 2020. And I went on a business trip with a family friend of mine, and like one of my best friends and roommates at the time. She was like working for her, and I had the opportunity, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go. So I drove down here from Southern Illinois.
Girl,
what's happening?
We're dog sitting, and then Greer's just
sitting on my hand.
Yeah. Can you not?
He's trying.
We don't need your butt in her face.
Anyways, yeah. And well, ever since, I like literally remember falling in love with Nashville. And it's like you get that Nashville touch, and you're like, oh my God,
I have to
move here.
I have to live.
Yeah. I'm gonna live here one day.
Yeah.
And even like when I was 17 or so, we took like a big trip from for school. These dogs, y'all. These dogs. Anyways. So I fell in love with Nashville when I was like 17, and I just remember driving by Nashville and seeing like the night lights, and I was like, what is this place? And I just told myself when I was 17, little Emma, it's like one day I'm gonna live there.
That's so cute.
And here I am. And it happened a lot sooner than I expected, but a lot of things happen really fast that are good for you. Yes. And so, yeah, it's been good. Working for Uncommon James has been really fun. I've made a lot of like good friends through there. Yeah, I got to meet Kristen a couple times. That was really cool.
And she likes you.
Yes. Like, she talked my little ear off for a little bit.
I love that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Nice?
She is super sweet, super
I honestly,
nice.
like, don't know much about her.
Yeah, I mean, she's older than us. You know, she's 37, so different age
How did she become, like, famous?
So she was on Laguna Beach and the Hills, like, back in the day. And it's so funny, like, talking about it because we are, like, I haven't watched those shows at all. Like,
really?
Not at all. Yeah. But I like know of it just because of her. But I basically knew of Uncommon James and Kristen and followed her prior just simply through my old boss at a boutique I used to work for in Southern Illinois. Yes. And I would literally look at Uncommon James for inspo because she was so obsessed. And then I just kind of became a fan through that. But yeah, so Kristen became like, she's a reality TV star from like a young age when she lived in California. And then she ended up marrying Jay Cutler, which he was a football player from Montana. He played for the Bears, Chicago Bears.
Oh, okay.
And then, they have 3 little kids, and well, now they're divorced, and she has her,
the
like...
guy we saw at Barstool?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. A lot of people that you know, like, live here.
Honestly, I mean...
From, like, back home. I feel
quite a few.
I feel like a lot of people, like, from back home, like, a lot of them moved here.
A lot of them, honestly. What about you? Like, from Benton?
I think it's just me and my friend Ian.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
I think maybe your birthday.
Yeah, he was there for my birthday. Yeah. Sorry, I'm so bad at, like, memory.
Same.
I think.
But we have at least, well, including Claire.
Oh, and Jonna, obviously.
And Jonna,
us.
Including Claire and I from my hometown.
Jonna's not from my hometown, but she's close.
There's 5 of us that I know of from my hometown. Other than people older than us, there's 3 more.
Really? There's a lot of people like in my surrounding towns like moved here too.
Yeah.
I think it's just like it's close enough to home. And honestly, like I don't know that I'll like move just because like it's the perfect distance because like I am close to my family.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever move?
I don't know. I'm kind of like
going with the flow.
Go with the flow, and like wherever the wind blows me, I'll go. Like if tomorrow I woke up and I had this amazing job opportunity in like Florida or like Charleston or like somewhere not too horribly far, I would say yes. I would take it. I would go.
So like you're working for Uncommon James. Is that like what you want to do?
Long term, no. I wouldn't say so. I would consider it more of like a stepping stone.
Yeah.
I mean, I go into any job like with a lot of energy and a lot of like growth mindset and like let me show you what I can do and like I want to climb the ladder kind of vibe.
Yes.
But also like I'm very entrepreneurial in myself that I have a lot of dreams and goals. Okay. So in high school, I was like, I'm going to do, like, I want to help people. That was my thing. I was like, I just want to make people happy. I want to make them feel good about themselves. And I want to be a help in some way. I want to make a difference, right? And I was, like, super obsessed with, like, blogging and stuff like that. That was kind of the dream for me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be a blogger. I want to create my own blog. I want to be an influencer. You know, dream big. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want that?
Yeah, I agree.
So, but then I kind of narrowed it down. I'm like, okay, I want to do public relations. It's pretty broad, you know, like marketing. I'm not super great with math. So I explored like programs with public relations and like communications that would like work for me. Well, things changed. I didn't like go to the university that I got accepted to. And I went to like community college and got some like gen eds out of the way. And then COVID happened and I dropped out. And then I took a year off. I was like working for a boutique for like, I worked for this small business local to me for like 3 years. And I put my heart and soul into that. Like it was my own. And I did nearly everything like social media, website, like through COVID. I did the photography, the website, the graphic design. I did the merchandising in the store.
That's like really good experience.
Clothing merchandising, product merchandising. And I was also like an associate or whatever. Like I did everything.
Yeah.
I was like jack of all trades kind of. And so I was very like attached to that. That was a very big part of like my like story, I'd say, like after high school.
Yeah.
I eat, slept, and breathed eccentrics is what it's called. And so it was really hard for me to like step away from there because the owner depended on me a lot, obviously. And I also, that's another dream. Like I would dream to like open my own store, my own boutique, whatever
we are like so similar.
We really are.
We're very similar.
And I knew this like before moving in with you and I was so excited. I was like, me and Allie are so similar.
It's actually like really crazy.
It's so crazy. And I'm like, crazy. You had a boutique. I'm like, all this stuff. I'm like, wow, you're me.
I had a boutique when I was 21, I think.
Yeah.
And it was online. I had it for like a year. But I closed it whenever I moved here because it was just like too much work. It was like, a lot.
Inventory.
I was in school too, and then I like had to work full time. Right. And it was just like a lot for me.
I think
I still like want to open it up again one day, but it's just like
it's a lot of work.
It's really time consuming. Like I just don't have the time for that. Right now.
Exactly. Maybe when you have more space and like a house. Or,
it was just like a fun like little side thing to do.
For sure.
But like I loved it. Yeah, I
loved everything I did. At the boutique. Like it was hard for me leaving there.
Yeah.
It was like I lost a part of myself. And like that sounds traumatic, but but also I was struggling with like not getting credit that I deserved and not being recognized and also the pay. Like I had to beg to even be paid an amount that like I could survive on. And then the owner's mom would like literally try to be my life coach and like tried to lure me to stay in Southern Illinois for the rest of my life.
Oh my.
Yeah, and I was like, girl, I'm a pass. So I kind of ran away because I felt kind of suffocated by that, and I had to get back to myself and be like, what does Emma want?
So is that why like you moved over there was for eccentrics?
No.
Why did you move there?
It was across the street from John A. Logan.
Oh, you went to John A. Logan?
Yeah, John A. Logan.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And my first apartment right out of high school is right across the highway from eccentrics. And this is kind of a cool story though. I like telling this. So, I don't know. I was going through a lot like between like graduating high school and starting college. And my parents like don't really like financially help me. And like it was like kind of like the thing like, okay, if you want to go to college or whatever you want to do after this, it's on you, girl. Yeah. It's on your own. You pay for it, whatever. And that's a lot. Like,
especially at 18
at
years
that
old.
age,
Yeah.
like when you think about it, it's like, wow, like,
yeah.
and you don't even know where to start. And I like didn't have guidance.
Yeah.
And I'm not someone who's like, okay, like I'm gonna up and like ask for help.
Yeah.
Like from people. But so my like cousin helped me sign up for like a student loan and like do all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm like, okay, this is where we're gonna start. Well, when I started John A, I felt like I kind of had a little bit of a rude awakening. Like it just was so not me, and it felt like a big high school.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I
went to Rend Lake, so I don't know. I'm sure it's the exact same though.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of is because like I'm sure you like knew a lot of people. I mean, even though like it's different.
It's like everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, that's how Rend Lake
was.
was.
It's just like literally like Southern Illinois is like, I don't know, a big community. Like there's still people that know you.
I like really kept to myself in like high school and college though.
Yeah.
Which I was like married.
Yeah.
So things are like a little different for me now. If I went to like college, like again,
yeah,
I feel like it'd be like different
for sure. I was a different person then.
I would be like very like
if you were
social
to tell me like I would be living in Nashville at 24, I'd be like, you're crazy.
I would have never thought that. I thought I was gonna live in Southern Illinois the rest of my life, and like that was it.
I didn't know.
Like I literally got married at 19, so I did not think this would be my life or be in my cards ever.
Well, I'm glad it is.
Me too.
I'm glad it is, girl. Well,
so yeah, so you went to Eccentrics.
So I went to Eccentrics, and then so 2020 rolled around, COVID. I dropped out of school, and I was like solely focusing on the store. And I'm like, okay, I need to like separate myself from this and focus on myself. 3 years.
That's a long time.
It's like my whole college career, like literally.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, like I would put work over school. That's what happened to me because I had to make money, and I was just trying to survive to live on my own because I didn't really have a home back home, unfortunately, like in a sense. Yeah. And so I had to pay the bills. Like, and so that's all I was doing was just trying to get hours on my pay stub. Yeah. You know, and that's back when I was making like what, $7-8 an hour.
And I was gonna say it was like $8 an hour.
That's crazy.
Back then.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like to think about what my paychecks used to be.
Yeah.
Anyways, I decided, well, I have family up north, like 3.5 hours north from where I was in Bloomington, Illinois. And I was like, I'm going to move up there. I have supportive family who would like do anything for me and have offered me a place to live rent free for years and years and years. And like, I decided to like call them up one day and I was like, hey, I'm ready.
That probably
like,
took a lot.
Would you guys,
too.
it was a lot. And I was like, would you guys take me still, you know? And it was like, well, main goal was I had been really inspired about aesthetics. So yeah, I started doing makeup since I was like 14, 15. And I just kind of started my own little freelance business. One of my best friends like had this coworker once, and she was like getting married, and she was like, you know, like I need someone to do my makeup. And Emily was like, well, my best friend Emma is really good at makeup. Like I can ask her. Like I bet she'd do it. And then a little business was born.
And how old were you?
17.
Oh my gosh. She trusted you with her wedding?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was 17 years old. And that was my first wedding I did. And I did a few girls. But I, you know, it's so crazy like how I've grown even with that little business over time and stuff. Yeah. Which any business takes money. And that's always been like, you know, a little struggle to figure out. And I mean, little Southern Illinois, you don't have like a ton of bookings.
A lot of like
No, it's not very consistent.
No.
But I mean, I have had times where it was very consistent. And like in the past few years, I mean, like in a couple months, I was making like thousands, you know, just off of that business.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because I was really booked up at the time.
Yeah.
So when I moved to Bloomington, I knew what I wanted to do was aesthetics because like it was kind of like, growing up, I always thought of cosmetology, but I didn't want to be just another old hairdresser in my little town. And I didn't see a lot outside of that. And so I was like, I'm not going to be a hairdresser. I can't do that. I don't want to be like everyone else. But then aesthetics was something that was like new and booming.
Yeah, it is pretty new.
And it kind of went along with makeup, you know? And I was like, this is what I need to do because I need some kind of license, some kind of certification. I am the kind of person that would thrive in trade school, and like it is a trade what I do. So I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Because it was like flat out payment, and I was like, okay. Yeah. I found a school literally down the road from my aunt and uncle's house.
That's perfect.
Yeah. down the road.
That's
6
so
minutes.
perfect.
6 to 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I ended up moving in with my aunt and uncle and my dad's brother and his wife. And they are like in their 60s. They're the sweetest things ever. But like I literally like forgot that they age, you know? And so I get there and I'm like, oh, wow. Like you guys are like retirement age. And I'm like living in your basement.
Yeah.
Nice. But you got to do what you got to do. And at that time, I was really just like, I needed a change. And the roommates I was living with were moving out. And the situation just, it kind of arose for me to be like, it kind of gave me a little kick in the butt. Like, what's next, Emma?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
And so I went to aesthetic school. I did the 6-month program, which is crazy, but 750 hours. I was there like 5 days a week, 8 hours, you know, like just like a full-time job. And I worked when I could, like part-time. I got a retail job. And I remember like moving there. I didn't have much money at all. Like I remember sitting in my car one day, one of the first days moving there. And I remember having like no money at all to my name. And like my parents, whenever they divorced, like they spent every little ounce of any savings that they had for me.
Yeah.
Any little ounce of like, I was told whenever my parents divorced or like when I was going to college, it was like, okay, take out your savings bonds, you know, like everything, like strip dry. So like all I had, like, and I wasn't taught how to save money.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was living with my family, but like also being in school full time, like I didn't have income.
Yeah.
Because I was in school full time. And so by the time I found a job and I started working part time, it was like, oh my gosh. So any moment I wasn't at school, I was working or in my aunt and uncle's basement. And so I was there for 2.5 years before I moved to Nashville. After school, I got hired by a dermatology practice up there, right out of school. And it was like, okay, so if you haven't been to like a trade school or like cosmetology, aesthetic school, you won't get it. But it is not what it's chalked up to be. Like it's kind of a joke, if I'm being honest.
Really?
So I went into it like any other like big job. I always come in with like a lot of excitement and a lot of like exuberance, and then I get shut down a little bit by like reality of things sometimes. Yeah. And while the school is like our teachers are like smoking cigarettes and shit, like bleep, smoking outside in the morning. Bleep, smoking outside, like for the first 30 minutes of class, like, and not even coming in to greet us at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's like, where's the teacher?
That's so fucking weird.
It is. And we're all in 15404, babe. 15404. That's what we said the whole time. That's how much school cost. 15404. And we're sitting in this classroom waiting to be taught or greeted, and everyone's outside in the corner smoking their cigs
my God, no.
And I was like, what is this nonsense? I just moved to the cornfields and the windmills for this.
Yeah.
And I'm paying what?
15404.
15404, babe. 15404.
Yeah.
15404. Yeah. It was just kind of like discouraging once again.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. We're going to get the license. We're going to take from this what we can. We're going to learn. And not all of it was horrible. Yeah. We had a really great aesthetics like instructor for the first part of it. And then she ended up leaving like right before my like graduation period was like coming. And so then a cosmetology teacher stepped in as our aesthetics instructor, and she had no idea what she was doing. We were teaching her things. We were teaching her. Yeah. It was just a really bad experience. I wrote a big letter like after I was done with school, and you have to mention this is all during like the downfall of COVID. Yeah. So like the next year or two afterwards. Yeah. So it's like, okay, the day I'm supposed to graduate aesthetics, my like clock out ceremony, like I got all my hours. Woo. Well, everyone had been kind of sickly and stuff. There had been a couple people out, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was just focused on getting the heck done with this program, right? So then I can work full time again because I'm poor.
Yeah, I need money.
And I need money. Yeah. And I was like not feeling the best, and I had planned like a graduation party and everything after that. Well, I clock out, my family's there, and then I'm like, something just doesn't feel right. And I was like, oh no, what if I have COVID? And there's a little birdie in the back of my head kind of thinking that, but I'm like, there's no way I'm saying shit before I literally am 2 hours away from my clock out. Yeah. So I clocked out, and then I went to go get COVID tested, and Sure enough.
You had
Positive.
fucking COVID.
Positive. I tested myself twice, yeah. So I had COVID. So then I had to lock myself in my basement
For 2
room.
weeks.
Yeah. And no graduation party, no celebration, nothing.
Did you ever do it? Like reschedule?
No.
No?
No. Yeah.
That's so sad.
It was sad, yeah. But it's okay. So, but yeah.
It's so weird to think like COVID was such a weird time.
It was such a weird time. I always feel like it was a fever dream.
No, it was. Honestly, I had a really good COVID experience.
Yeah.
I really did.
Did you ever get it?
Yeah, I got it once. It was right before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Like week before Thanksgiving. Well, like I was good by Thanksgiving, but yeah. No, I had a great time. We like went to like house parties and stuff all the time.
COVID was a fun time.
It was a fun time.
Like I did like live with my mom for a little bit.
Really?
Like,
so that was like the summer that I got divorced.
Yeah.
And so I was like finally like free.
And you're like, let me go.
Well, I was like actually living life, and I was like, oh my god, like this is what like normal life feels like.
Yeah.
So COVID is like, it holds like a special place in my heart, honestly.
Right.
But I like didn't get to. I got my associates in 2020, and I didn't get to have the graduation ceremony or literally anything.
I like still had like a few credits to finish, and I like dropped out because I was just like, there's a lot going on, and I'm just long story.
So is like aesthetics like what you want to do? So
yeah, long term, like moving to Nashville, like one of the main reasons I moved here was because it was like, well, I knew I needed a city. Little dreamer me.
Yeah, definitely.
I need a city. I need people. I need experience. Yes. And I think long term, there's a lot of things. I get my like hands into a lot of different things, but I feel like with aesthetics, there's only so far you can go with certain things. And I do love the medical aspect because I worked for the derm for 2 years. And I love
that you know like the science of it and like
is that someone knocking at the door?
Shut the windows.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, guys, we're back.
Welcome back.
That was a journey.
A really long, stressful
we're in
journey.
A different outfit. We don't have cushions on the couch.
No, I can feel the springs
I have
my
wine.
Ankles.
Me too. I have wine in my hair. I have a new cut.
A new cut.
And the couch is clean.
I thought you said a new cut. Look, I'm going to cut my hair.
I'm going to cut my hair. No, I'm not doing that.
No.
I have a little battle wound.
Yeah.
If you're wondering, the wine did come out of the couch. We'll
it was.
I'll put a picture on here. Right now.
We'll insert a couple snippets of.
You know what? Let's just replay the clip. So that's what happened. So our wine is in our Stanleys.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, so
what were we saying?
We were interrupted.
What
were we talking about?
I was rambling about.
I was rambling.
I went
you were not rambling.
Esthetician school, and
let's start back with where
makeup.
Like how you got into it.
I kind of was talking about how I started when I was 15, and one of my best friends, blah 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 blah. Anyways, it kind of took off. I kept doing it. I love it. I was obsessed with YouTube, like growing up. Yeah. I don't know. Do you know Mac Barbie 07 or Bethany Moda?
I don't.
Oh my god!
I'm not a makeup girly.
If you know Bethany Moda, like she wasn't just makeup, but if you know Mac Barbie 07, comment down below. Please. I beg of you. She was my girl. Me and my best friend Ashley, we were like obsessed with her.
Really?
Oh my God.
That's so cute.
She started my YouTube love, right?
Yeah.
And then my first little dream was to be a YouTuber. So one Christmas, my parents got me a camera.
Aww.
For Christmas.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. Anyways, so she started that, and then I got really into Casey Holmes on YouTube, and she basically taught me everything I know about makeup.
Really?
And then I just kept going, and the more you play, the more you learn. Just like anything, you know, the more you do it, the better you get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Had my little freelance business.
Yes.
And I've still been doing it. And that's part of why I wanted to come to move to Nashville, because there's so many opportunities here with the media, country music, and just bachelorette parties.
Yeah, there's so much opportunity here. It's literally insane.
It's a huge city.
And like I was like saying this like last week, but like you never know who you're talking to.
Never know.
It's like crazy.
Yeah. And I just feel like I've learned, honestly, in my short time in Nashville so far that it's like a big, small town.
It is very small.
I know people that are best friends with like Megan Maroney from work that like used to like hang out in the same friend group as her.
Yeah. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
I can like go into a bar now and I will know at least one person.
Isn't that crazy?
Like personally know them probably.
Yeah. And you never know. Like we're all on the same journey.
We really are. And I was literally saying that too. I was just like, I feel so like much more accepted here.
Yeah.
And you probably felt kind of like weird in like a small town too, like I did.
Yeah.
Like I made YouTube videos like back in the day. They're still
period queen
on there. Don't look me up, please. I'm sorry for my eyeliner video.
Look her up, please. Oh my god, see? Makeup queen.
Oh no, it's not. It was during my like emo days and I'm cussing my brothers out. Same. And I said a bad word or two. I said the C word and the R word.
Oh.
I was probably like 10, so.
Oh, wow.
It's really bad, actually.
You had a big vocabulary.
I did. You know, like when you're learning cuss words. Okay, I might have been like 12.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're learning cuss words, you know, like where to put them at.
Yeah.
That's what was happening.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm sure I'll get canceled for that one day.
You don't know how to like work them yet.
Yeah.
You know how to say them, but you don't know where they belong.
And I don't know, yes, or like what they mean.
Yeah.
I probably didn't know the C word meant. Yeah.
I will never forget the first time I was flipped off. And I was on the school bus and some middle schooler, he was maybe in 8th grade, and I was like, 5th grade, 3rd grade, I don't know. This guy, his name was Tyler, I'll never forget, and he flipped me off and said something so mean to me, and I was just like stunned. And I was like, what does that fucking mean? Like, I didn't even know the word fuck, but I was like, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
And I cried the whole way home in the corner, like on the way to my grandma's house. And I was like, what does this mean, Grandma? And everyone was laughing, but I had no idea what it meant.
You just knew it meant like it was something bad.
Yeah.
So I think my first time getting flipped off, like I don't remember it like vividly like that, but I'm pretty sure I was on the school bus too. And I do remember like being in daycare, and I was like, what does that mean? And they were like, it just means like all the bad cuss words at you. And I was like, I think it means fuck you.
Yeah.
That's what I think it means.
I don't remember.
What do you think it
means? Fuck you.
Like, fuck you.
I don't remember. I had asked somebody and I was like, what does that mean? And
yeah.
I don't remember what somebody told me, but it was so bizarre, like so random. But I take it as fuck you.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. I love it. This is actually like a funny story. When I like first got like, you know, separated, I didn't cuss because I was like super religious. Yeah. And so I was like learning to cuss again. And that was,
she had her training.
It was a lot like that last video or the video we were talking about earlier. But anyway, I remember the first time I had ever flipped off somebody driving. And I was like, rage. And it was on the square in my hometown. And if you know, you know. And I got fucking pissed and I like flipped them off. And I was like, this is so freeing.
I love this.
And now I flip people off.
And now
sometimes.
We're in Nashville on the interstate. Like, let them fly.
Let them fucking fly.
Fucking
Do you remember? I don't know if I was with you. We were coming. It was like Claire for sure. I don't know. I don't know if you were there. I don't remember. I was probably a little tipsy from my drinking.
No way.
Yeah, never, not me. And we were passing an old friend. Mm-hmm. Who we always see around the gulch.
Yeah.
And I flipped him off.
I think I was there.
I think I
was there.
It was like a peace sign, and I was like,
you're like, actually, matter of fact.
And then I was like, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. And then the next day I see him and he's like,
what was that?
Well, you just used that finger for just freely, Allie. And I was like, oh, it was a joke. He's like, mm-hmm.
You know,
he was actually
we live in America and there's this thing called freedom.
And he should know that more than anybody.
Exactly. My pronouns are USA.
So let's not say that on the 4th of July a bunch of times.
No, we should.
What did we do for 4th of July?
We don't.
Oh, you guys left me. I remember.
I left her for a daddy's dog, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then I chased down Chris Young because I wanted some of that. His pronouns can be whatever they want to be.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Chris Young,
if you're watching, whatever pronouns you may like.
Yeah, we love you.
Our pronouns are B and A.
Oh my Like the airport?
Like, yeah, we say that at work. It's like
what?
I forget what it stands for, but it's like Nashville area, like the
tri-state Nashville area. I don't know what
BNA
BNA stands for.
We have to look it up. Actually,
let's look it up.
We're gonna look it up.
I've never heard that.
I've
always wondered why it says BNA.
Yeah, we are UJBNA.
It's so funny because she literally comes with the fucking acronyms all the time.
Honestly,
we for the longest time we kept saying SS.
SS.
And it'd be like,
it started as Saggy Sack because Knox, you saw him earlier. Play this again. Play that.
Play the clip.
Play it again. Play the clip. So that's Knox. Anyways, he had his little, wee fixed. He got fixed, but they didn't take all the sack. They didn't take the sack. They just took the ball. Anyways,
I don't really know how it works.
I don't really know either.
You know what? The other day, I think I saw Greer's for the first time ever. Yeah.
I will say, unfortunately, I've seen both of my nephews' Red Rockets.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. That's terrifying to see.
Okay. So anyways, SS started with Saggy Sack because he just had a little bit of a saggy sack. And then it became a lot of other things.
So sorry, stupid Sally, stupid slut. Yeah.
At work we call it sterling silver. There's a lot of SS's all around me these days.
Yeah.
Actually.
Emma is so funny. You were literally
so nice.
So funny. And you know what makes me mad? People think that Emma's like a dumb blonde and you're literally
and I'm like, so smart. And you want to know, newsflash, I'm actually not a blonde. I'm a brunette.
Oh.
Yeah. But
I forgot about
real.
that.
But I'm real.
Fits you. You are real. No, but like
the blonde like fits me.
No, it does. Like I couldn't imagine you
just
being
a little perky. I'm a little spunky and fun and crazy. I'm very good at playing the part of dumb blonde.
No, literally. Okay, so one time we were at a concert.
Yeah.
And
Morgan?
We were waiting. Yes. We were going to get food and like her friend was on the phone. I don't know if she's actually your friend.
Basic nurse assistant.
Oh. That's so sad.
I'll figure that out.
Basic. But anyway, we're like not the hot dog stand. I don't know where the fuck we were at. That's why I took that cute picture of you.
Yeah.
Anyway, her friend's trying to find Emma because
a work friend.
One of our friends had a vape.
And
Emma's like, yeah, I don't know.
She's talking to me. She's like,
I don't know where you're at.
Girl, I'm trying to figure out where you are and like what section are you? And she's like all the way across the stadium on the other side of Nissan
We were not
City.
Waiting for her.
No, and she was like, I'm on my way. It was literally a small intermission.
Yeah.
A short
intermission. Emma's like, I don't even know what section we're at.
I was like, girl, you might as well turn around. I was playing dumb.
I was like,
oh my God, yeah.
I don't even know if like he'll let you hit it. Like
I was like, if I'm being honest, like I think it's dead. Like girl, turn around.
Literally smiling at me, and I'm cracking these
and I'm like, this girl's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
she keeps muting, and she's like, this bitch.
And I love her. If you know who you are, if you're listening, you're not gonna watch this, but I love you. And we all have those moments. She was a little drunk, to be fair, but I was like, stop, running just to hit a vape once and then run back.
Yeah,
because it's like actually not even a good vape. It's a Views.
What are you doing?
And it's burnt. So
Views is
you're not even gonna
worse.
Love it. So I'm just trying to let her know you need to turn around.
Yeah, she needed to.
But that moment was
like literally, like people be like, she's just a dumb blonde on the phone, and no, you're just playing the game. You were so smart.
Thank you.
I
love you. You're the only person that literally speaks up on that.
You were so smart.
I love you.
I love you.
You're
also,
the only,
I just want to say, I did not realize like that was like you like literally had to like work and like you were like fucking poor and like
really
like you did that all by yourself. Like I didn't realize that. That's crazy. I was like very like lucky and like my parents
helped.
Not that like I never asked, but like they would always like help.
Yeah. It's like I'm used to my parents being poor and like listening to them try to figure it out. And like I am fortunate in the sense of like my dad has like paid, a few basic bills for me, but like my car that I have now that's paid off that I've had since high school, I paid for that myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I got a loan. I had to beg my parents for it, and I had to talk them into it and say, hey, I know I need a dependable car because I knew I was going to want to run, and I knew I wanted to travel. I knew I wanted to move out.
Yeah.
I wanted to move out of
That's
the
like
town.
so inspiring, Emma.
Aww.
It really is.
And I
did not realize
they're so reliable. I was like, I swear it's going to be worth it. And then I paid $160 payments a month
my god.
Because I was like, whatever that could, it could work for me.
It really is inspiring.
Yeah.
Like,
thank you.
I was not at 18, like, scrapping nickels and dimes by any means.
Yeah.
Which I was also, like, I was married, so, like, I had a husband to, like,
right.
buy me shit.
Goals.
But
not him.
Not him.
One day we'll get there.
Yeah. But actually, we were talking about this.
Yeah.
We're girl bosses. Because
we are girl bosses.
I was saying, I used to make jokes like, oh, I want to, like, find a rich man. And I'm like, I don't want to find a rich man. Like, I want to be the rich man.
We are the rich man.
We're going to be.
We're going to talk it into existence. Yeah.
Yeah, we're manifesting.
We are because, let's be honest. Okay, so our love lives right now. Complicated.
Let's get into that.
This is kind of the perfect time to stir the pot about that a little bit.
It is.
So the guys that we are exploring right now, are still figuring it out a little bit.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
And so are we, right?
They're figuring it out or, like, building up their lives.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, we're more established than they are.
I agree.
That doesn't mean, like, mine has a great job.
Yeah.
But he has having to start all the way over, and I'm giving him a lot of grace.
There's been bumps in the road. And we all have bumps.
And same with, like, yours. Like, he's figuring out himself, too. And, like, he's probably still figuring out what the fuck he wants to do in his life. Like, mine, like, knows, like, obviously what he's doing. And, like, he has a great job now, but he's having to, like, start all over and, like, pay for things. It's just...
But it's like when you look from the outside in, it's like, we are boss bitches.
We are,
and, like,
boss
why
ass
wouldn't
bitches.
they want us?
Yeah. But, like, I don't want to be, like, a sugar mama by any means. Not really.
No.
But, like, I do just, I don't know.
I just my money.
No. I just want to, like, take care of, like, I don't know. I just, you never know what could fucking happen. And, like, like, another, my dad, like, literally, this is a big thing with the whole, like, Taylor Swift, that guy who was, like, talking shit on her, basically, at that college speech, whatever his fucking name is, on the Chiefs.
Yeah, I forget his name. I hate
my
him.
dad was like, no one can take away your education from you.
Nope.
And, like, I was like, that's literally it. I'm going to fucking school again. And I got my degree.
I love that.
Yeah. Like, I was like, no one can take that away from me. And, like, I want to keep
this couch is
going.
So comfy.
And I love the idea of, like, being highly educated. Like, I want to go back for my master's.
No, like, and it's still on my list, honestly, when you ask me about my dreams and my goals.
Yes.
Is to get a degree.
Yeah.
And to go to school and do the thing.
Mine was kind of like an ego thing. And it's not really in a bad way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had to explore that. I had to get down to my roots about what really school meant to me and why I would pursue it.
Well, it's expensive. Like, you don't want to, like, waste your time if it's not what you want to do or you need to do.
But it's something that, like, I've truly found, like, I want to do for myself.
Yeah.
Because growing up in a small town and, like, around, like, that small town mindset and, like, everyone, like, all my friends and their parents and their sisters and brothers and dogs and whatever. I'm getting a little crazy. Whatever. Everyone and their sister thinks that you have to have school or you are nobody and you're never going to make it.
Yeah.
But I didn't come from that necessarily. Mm-hmm. I was one of the first out of my siblings, my immediate family, like out of my siblings, I was the first one to go to college.
Really?
Yeah, even go to college.
Yeah. Even just like try.
And I was one out of two that graduated high school out of four of us.
Really?
And that's crazy.
That's really crazy. We all graduated high school.
Yeah.
But I'm probably the only one that's been to college out of, like, my cousins and stuff. Like, first cousins.
Yeah.
Well, also, some of them aren't old enough.
Right.
Some are still
They're still brewing.
But, like, my brother, but he's in the Army. It's a little different. But he wants to go to school. USA.
Rah. Yeah. Rah.
But I don't think schooling's, like, everything in this world. I do think that it's easier for, like, women to, like, get jobs, though.
For sure. I don't know. Like, I was telling Allie earlier.
That doesn't mean that, listen, my job process has not been easy. I'm still not even a full-time.
It's really not.
I have a fucking degree.
I mean, and I went to aesthetics school. Like,
and you're still looking for jobs.
And I got a license, and I still have. Yeah. I've been looking.
But I also think, like, you're being, like, very, like, smart and, like, picky. And as you should, because we spend most of our time at work.
All, like,
you know what I mean?
90% of our time.
Yeah. So it's like you need to, like, be picky about those things. And it'll come.
Yeah, it will. And it's like,
if it's right for you, it will. You know what I mean?
It's like everything. I get really overwhelmed with, I think most of my stress and anxiety comes from money and finances.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Because everything I want to do and achieve costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And so right now I'm just trying to make the money to invest in myself.
Yeah.
And that's discouraging. It's discouraging whenever you don't find that opportunity that's going to carry you there.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to be patient, and you're not going to find the best, most supportive thing off the bat, especially when you're starting like me,
mm-hmm.
you know, like, and just freeballing it, like with I have a lot of work experience.
Yeah.
A lot. And I'm a very personable person, and I feel like I have great attributes and like an entrepreneurial spirit to where like I will work hard for you. I will get the job done, and I could climb a ladder.
And you will probably do more than they're expecting.
Oh my God, yeah. I'll do more than the person that has a degree.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
But I don't have one. And so that's where I lose my entry.
Yeah.
You know?
And it sucks. It sucks so bad. And like for me, I feel like I don't have as much experience as a lot of these jobs are wanting, but I have the degree.
But you have the degree.
But I don't have the experience. And so I'm stuck at this part-time job, which I love my job.
Yeah.
I love my job, boss, for watching this.
Heck yeah.
I'm ready to go full-time.
For sure. You're ready to be a boss babe.
Yeah. I want to be a corporate girly, like full-time, and then like go back to school and like
get your master's.
Get to where I want to be. Yeah. Yes. I love the idea of like being highly educated. Like my brain is so expensive.
Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh.
So expensive. Like I'm investing in my fucking self.
Are you ready for story time?
Yes, let's hear it.
Okay. So this is where like I come from. And like my aunt, who's no longer with us, her name is Tracy.
Slay and Peace Queen.
Slay and Peace Queen. She is one of my like biggest role models, and always has been, honestly. But so her journey, she graduated high school and immediately moved out to California from Southern Illinois. She was just like,
that's a very big deal.
It's a huge deal. She's like,
I feel like a lot of people just like don't get away.
No, they don't. They're like too scared. Yeah. They're stuck in that small town mindset. And girl, she knew. She was like, this is not for me. And we had some distant relatives out there that she called up, and she was like, hey, like, can I live with you for a bit or whatever?
Yeah.
And they definitely took her under their wing and helped her where she needed it. But she went out there to pursue a career in music. Yeah. And she had no schooling, whatever. She went in. I asked her one time because I was like, so like, you know, just curious, like how did you make this work? She ended up going into this place for an interview, and they had called her for like the wrong position. Like it was like a higher up level position that like it wasn't the right one, like the one that she had intended to interview for. And she went along with it. She played along. This is like back in the day. Like we couldn't do this now.
Yeah.
But she played along with it, and she went ahead and interviewed for it, right? Ended up getting that position.
Shut the fuck up.
Ends up climbing the ladder. Ends up long-term, her music career, like she met this drummer boy, ended up being her husband, and they had two beautiful girls.
Oh, my
She ended up,
gosh.
no schooling still. She ended up being like head, like super, super high up at Kaiser Permanente, which is a huge chain of hospitals out on the West Coast. And she made hella bank. Like she was like huge. Like she was the money maker. And California is expensive.
Yeah.
They're in the Bay Area. But my uncle was a stay-at-home dad.
Really?
Like he was able to do that.
I literally, I was like jokes to the guy I'm talking to now. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you're my stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. Right.
Like I want to.
Not the worst thing in the world.
It's really not.
It's kind of a great
I
thing.
come home and my house is clean.
Yeah.
And my kids are
and your kids are taken care of.
all day. Yeah.
And they can do other things.
And like I just like I want to. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm also like I kind of want to like be the Pilates mom too.
Exactly right.
But I think that I just.
Can we get best of both worlds?
Yeah. Surely we can.
Yeah. But so
that is really inspiring. Yeah. That's like a really good role model to have.
Yeah. Like, but I grew up with her telling me like, hey, like, you know, you take yourself and your work ethic, and
yes, and fucking
you'll make it. Like
100%.
You'll be just fine.
Okay, so do you ever feel like, okay, they're always like, oh, like if you feel like you're gonna have these things, it's because your future self does. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can like I know
Picture
exactly
things.
what kind of future I want. It's like because I will fucking have it one day.
You will.
I don't care what it takes. Well, you know, to an extent.
I have like a feeling of like safety and content, like in my heart.
I feel like I'll have like a nice, like I don't know how to explain it.
So if you look,
I feel like I'm gonna have money one day. I don't know how to explain it,
girl. It's weird saying. I have this inner knowing that like I'm gonna be big one day.
Yes.
Like, not like big.
Yes.
Like,
no,
I'm going to have more.
You're going to make it.
We're going to make it.
I've
always known. It's just like
too.
right around
since I was a child.
Same. There's this itch, like this little tingly feeling inside. Like, not even like, I have horrible insecurity, but like there's just this feeling in knowing that like,
me too.
This isn't
me too.
where it ends, girl.
Literally,
there's something else.
I told you this quote earlier, but Megan Maroney says, "Find something you love and keep doing it until it fucking works."
Exactly.
And like I literally, 100%. I'm still doing this 10 years later, maybe 15.
100%.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I've always had that feeling.
Absolutely.
Manifestation
is key.
It is. There's this guy who plays at my bar, and he'll always go, "Thank you, Madison Square Garden." And I'm like, you are manifesting
right here.
He's like, "Yeah, I know, it is." And I'm like, "Oh, like, was that on purpose?" That's so smart.
He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, he says Madison Square Garden.
Like, and imagine the feeling he'll have when he finally makes it.
He will. He is so talented. His name's Jordy King.
Okay, I need to listen.
He is so talented. I can literally just like listen to him play all day.
Yeah.
Like he's so good.
Yeah.
Like his guitar skills, I guess. Yeah, guitar. So fucking good. I am obsessed with him. Like
talented guy.
Obviously not like, that way.
Yeah.
But
right, exactly.
Like he's just so talented. Yeah. And he's so nice. But yeah, that's really inspiring.
There's so many talented people out there.
No, there are.
And I feel like that's what I struggle with. I get so overwhelmed by like, I mean, and it's not even competition.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow. Like, how am I going to stand out in a crowd like this? It's kind of how I
know what you mean. I don't know. I don't really like think about that too much.
I can tell. Like, and it's such an amazing thing. Like,
I don't know.
You're a go-getter.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm going to fucking do it.
In your lane that you want to do and you do it.
I will say, I feel like I've always like been this way.
Yeah.
But
goals.
Obviously, like I used to be like nervous, like posting videos and things like that, like in high school. Like when I graduated high school, I was like, oh my god, I could probably like, start my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I did, and like you would not believe the people who like are so supportive. Sometimes I feel like strangers or like people who are like behind closed doors, like watching me.
You don't expect.
Are my biggest supporters. I like it's
your
shocking.
Fan group. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I have fans.
Your fan group.
No, or like my Instagram stories. I have so many people who like slide up or like heart my shit or like vote. Like
it's those people you don't expect.
It's always or like comment on my TikToks or follow my podcast. And I'm like, it's always the people. Thank you. Yeah, it's always the people you don't expect.
And like with us, like, coming from such small towns, it's like it's always people that you know or know of. I am ready for those people that don't know me.
Yeah,
personally, I want you to get to know me personally. Like,
yes. Yeah.
Through this, but like it's different when it's like, oh, my next door neighbor from when I was in 5th grade. Like, hey, again.
Those are important though. You gotta have
OGs.
They're the OGs, and like you just don't know who is like actually cheering you on. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling,
but never stopped.
But you're like ready for more.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. I've never been like scared. I was scared to post in high school, but like after that, I don't give a fuck. When I started posting my YouTube videos, and I was like so scared and like embarrassed.
Yeah.
But like. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, like I actually watch your videos. And like people literally, like my friends or like my coworkers, things like that, like they'll be like, oh, I watched your video. And I'm like, that's so nice of you. Or I'll get texts, listen to your podcast, like this is doing so good.
I love
that.
Like,
thank you.
Thank you. That means so much. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever been like bullied?
No, I don't think so. Not really. So like the most like bullying that's ever happened is like when I was like younger, and like I had this one friend, and like she would like act cool and like be mean to me in front of like her newer friends or like boys.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's really it.
Yeah.
I remember like on the bus one time, I have a lazy eye. Everyone's like, no, you don't. Shut the fuck up. Yes, I do.
No,
anyway, don't. I do. It's just not like bad, I guess.
It's very small, I guess. I'm an bestie. Are you kidding?
Well, he was like, what are you looking at?
He probably liked
But other than that, I think I've just always been like the kind, like, why have you?
Yeah. And it's like I reflect on a lot of things. Like,
do you think that's like why?
I think that's a big root of like why I am who I am, because or how I am, because of like, I don't know, like some of my best friends, I thought like growing up, like in grade school and stuff, like even like when I was really young, one of my best childhood friends, I was really bullied by her.
Really?
That was her like growing up.
Not like bad, but
enough to where it's like Okay.
I called her out one time and I said, "You're doing this, act cool," and it's actually not cool.
It's actually not.
Never did again.
Yeah, see, and I was never taught to like really stand up for myself.
Yeah.
And so it was just like every little season of life. I mean, there's been breaks in there, but I've had some kind of, especially when I was younger. It's just like it cuts deep. You never forget how people make you feel.
Yeah.
Those things stick with you. Like,
no, they do.
Like, there's a handful of moments in my life from being so young that I remember way more than anything else. And those were the moments that were like, I was like bullied or like, yeah, I don't know. But I think that's why like I'm hard on myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I hear those voices. That.
Yeah. I dated this like one guy, and like the things that he said to me when I was 14 fucking years old. Yeah. I'm 24, 10 years ago. I still hear it every single day.
Yeah.
Like these like little comments. And like I'm still like insecure about it.
Exactly.
But like I don't know. I'm also like, you're literally a bitch. So
yeah, exactly. For me, it was like naggy things or like
yeah.
I know my friends that I had in grade school laugh about it now, and they laughed about it then, but like it's something that I'll never really get over because from my point of view, it really ate me up because I was harmless and I had
like you're literally so kind and like I cannot believe that people are like mean to you.
Oh my god. But in grade school it was like one day I like wasn't at school and because I had a doctor's appointment or something.
Yeah.
And I come back the next day and the group of girls that I was friends with at the lunch table were like, "Hey Emma, you're number one." And I was like, "What?" Like, I'm number one? And they're like, "Yeah, you're number one." And they would like turn and laugh about it, right? How the hell am I supposed to know what fucking number one means?
What does that even mean?
I had no idea. They kept laughing and laughing. Eventually, it was some kind of inside joke that had happened the day before where I wasn't at school in library or something. And they're like, "Oh, hey, tomorrow we should do this to Emma."
That is so mean.
We should do this to Emma and she'll be so confused.
That is so mean.
And then they planned it. Continue to do it. Continue to not tell me.
The washer's crazy.
Sorry, our washer sucks, y'all. Continue to do it. Continue to not tell me what it meant. Made me so upset because I thought they were bullying me for other reasons or making fun of me for something that I didn't know.
That's so sad.
And that I will never forget because it's the stupidest thing, but it was the way they made me feel.
Yeah, it's always the way they made me feel.
And the fact that they were my friends and they treated me like that, and the fact that I literally wasn't at school and I was getting treated this way, I lived in fear every day going to school, wondering what was next.
That's so sad.
Yeah. It's like, oh, if I miss school today, I'm going to miss something, and then I'm going to get bullied tomorrow.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you friends with them now?
No.
Okay, good. So say. What the fuck? That is so sad.
It is. But I mean, a lot of kids have been through worse and like, oh my God. Yeah. So I'm very thankful that
but it's just sad that's like your own friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that stuff sticks with you. And I think like does. A lot of those little things are like deep to my root, like why I got to like work on my trauma. I mean, it takes a long time to work on that, you know, like, but I think that's like the deeper root causes of why I have those insecurity issues. Yeah. And I'm scared about what people think because I'm afraid I don't know. Like I'm afraid that I won't be able to get out of it.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like I'm a little stuck.
I'm like worried for like one day like having to deal with like hate or like
haters.
Yeah, and like I've gotten like some. I don't really give a fuck. Like I had one video go like kind of viral and they're like giving me shit and I was just like, I don't really care what you think. Like
not at all.
I just kind of have like I care, but I don't. I don't know. But I mean, I'm sure it'll get bad one day. Probably.
Yeah. I mean, there's always hate when there's love, right?
Always.
No love, no hate.
Yeah. That's really sad though.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine like wasn't like bad, especially to like that extent. Yeah. Like I was very lucky.
I was made to think like that's stupid, Emma. Like you shouldn't have feelings about that. You know, like so that I was stupid for even having feelings.
Yeah.
But no, it was mean.
Yeah.
It was this form of bullying and pestering.
Yeah. That's so shitty.
Yeah, that's not even just one. That's just one thing.
Yeah.
You know, I still deal with it today as a 24-year-old. So sometimes people don't ever change and you just have to learn who's worth having in your corner.
Yeah, for sure.
And who's not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of like getting older is like
maturing.
Yeah. And seeing that. It sucks.
For sure. And just learning more about yourself.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. And it's like we all have flaws, but
yeah,
you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, "Oh, it's Emma. She's dumb." And I'm like, "She's fucking smart."
It's like,
you literally have no idea.
Yeah,
actually.
And I'm like, it's a front, babe. It's a persona. I mean, am I stupid sometimes? Yeah, because I don't know everything in the book, babe. I'm 24. I'm not gonna know everything you know. Yeah, and vice versa. Yeah, like that's just how it is. But I know a lot that you don't, and whatever. Like, we all have different strengths.
We all have different toolboxes, and we all have different things we bring to the table. We all have
different stories. Like,
also, very
let's have some respect.
I will say, me and you have, like, a very similar, like, story.
Very similar.
It's weird. Like, we have a similar upbringing. And we're the same.
We are.
We're the same person,
We're
basically.
twins, actually.
Yeah.
Separated at birth.
Yep. Basically.
We're just fraternal.
Yeah. We look nothing alike.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you
know. You know,
we're like
Burnett.
We're like Phineas and Ferb.
Exactly.
I don't know their twins.
Oh my God,
I think they're stepbrothers.
My little brother used to call me Candace.
Did she?
Like Phineas and Ferb.
Why?
Because it's like, Mom, Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence.
Yeah.
And so, like, he just pictured me as Candace because I was that annoying big sister that was always getting him in trouble when he was doing bad
Literally.
things. That's so accurate.
I tell him all the time. To this day, still.
Like, baby,
I told him Brock yesterday. Yeah. He called me a fat ass.
Well, he can swallow his vomit.
He said, I only call you a fat ass because you know you're not.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, you motherfucker, it's not funny.
It's not.
So now I just know.
But obviously, you're not. He's just pestering. He's
just a mean, almost 17-year-old. He is a bully.
He does not.
I'm bullied by my brothers.
He does not seem that old. Like,
dude. Yeah.
He seems like he's 21.
His mindset is
crazy.
Blows me out of the water. Crazy. I wish that I thought the way that he did at 16.
Honestly, my little brother's very smart too.
But Brock's been through a lot, and he's seen a lot, and he's like also has seen a lot through me and like my life, and he talks a lot about that, and it makes me sound like he's like how to see that shit. But like we've just, I don't know, and he also he's been by himself for a few years now. Like
where is he at?
I mean, he's at home. But I mean,
oh yeah, he's 16.
Yeah. But like it is.
So where's he at?
Where'd he go?
Where's he living?
It is different. Like I feel like probably like I've always had siblings at my house,
right?
Whereas like he hasn't. He's probably like fucking.
He's just
bored.
by himself.
Yeah, poor guy. I feel kind of bad for him.
Soldier.
He is, but he's fine. Trust me.
Lone Ranger, I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of how my little brother Ben is.
Do you ever like feel bad?
All the time. It's another thing I really struggle with. Yeah. All the time.
Who does he live with?
I live with my mom.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't feel like. Because Brock's like in good hands and he's doing his own thing and like whatever.
Now I'm like whatever, but in the past I was like,
yeah, no, I know what you mean. I don't know. I do feel like sad sometimes if I see like a sad TikTok. I'm like, Brocky's just like by himself.
You know.
Yeah, but he's literally fine. He doesn't care.
Right.
But I care.
The same.
Does it make
you a big sister thing?
Yeah. Does it make you sad to think that, like you'll never live with your siblings again?
Oh my God, girl! Don't get me started.
Like I'm going home for Christmas for a whole week. Like whenever we do a shutdown at my job. And because my other brother will be home, and I cannot wait for us to all be under one roof for a whole week.
That's so special.
I'll probably want to kill them.
That's so special.
I love holidays because I get to be in one roof with them.
Yeah.
Like finally. Like it literally used to be like Chance, Brock, my mom, and me. And like we were like we would do everything together. And like
amigos.
I love that. Yes.
I love that.
I loved it.
That's so special.
No, it is.
That's kind of how like my mom, Ben, and I were.
Yeah. Just the three amigos. The world. Yeah.
You know. Oh my gosh, I pester my little brother so much.
Really?
I miss it.
Brock pesters the shit out of me. Yeah. You think that I'm like the little sister because they're both mean to me.
That's so funny.
But no, I'm the oldest.
Yeah, Ben is so mean to me. My older brothers used to like tickle me to death until I like cried.
Really?
But then I would be laughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're never mean to me. It's like they're like so much older than me, like at least 10 and 13 years older than me. That's a lot. Just, like, protective.
Well, me and Brock are 7 years apart. So Brock's like my baby. Like I helped raise that kid.
Little baby Brock.
Yeah. Like literally call him mine. I'm like, that's I already had a child.
How many years are you guys apart?
7.
Okay, cool. Me and Ben are 5.
Really? Me. So Brock and Chance are 5.
Cool.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We're the same. Only girl thing.
Yes, that's another thing is like we only have brothers.
Yeah, all 3 of us.
Do you like love it? I love being the only girl.
Girls. Yeah,
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, Claire only has brothers too.
Yeah. I've been spoiled, I shall say.
I feel like that goes into effect with like finding like a man. Yeah. I'm so used to like my dad and my brothers doing everything for me.
I feel like we love mama's boys.
Yeah.
Honestly, because our brothers are probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, you know what? That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, daddy issues? And then I'm like, no, it's a brother thing. Like, it's an only girl thing.
It might be a lot of things, but yeah, I love having only brothers.
It's a lot of things.
Like, they literally do everything for me. If I'm like, go get something in the car, they're going to go get it.
Yeah. I'm like, do this, do that.
Anything.
No question.
I literally dated this guy, and he wouldn't even, like, help me carrying groceries to the house.
Red flag.
Red fucking flag. Do you think that the way they treat their mom is how they're going to treat you?
I like to think yes and no. Like, I hope there are major differences in, like, a positive way. Mm-hmm. But, like, if they were to jump in front of a train for their mama, I hope they be doing that for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of deal. Yeah.
I dated this, like, one guy. He was, like, fucking awful to his mom. And he was awful to me.
Oh.
Yeah. So. And, you know, I'm, like, looking back, and I honestly... all of the guys, like, how they treated me is, like, how they treated their mom. Right. Whether it was, like, good or bad.
I feel like that's so accurate.
I think it's accurate. Or, like, waitresses. Accurate. Also, if guys are, like, mean to your friends, no.
No. One of the biggest things for me is, like, does this guy get along with my friends?
Yeah.
Because that says a lot about you is who you're friends with. And that says a lot about them and, like, your guys' compatibility.
All of my friends, boyfriends or husbands, we get along with.
Yeah.
Like, all of my friends are, like, with such good guys. Yeah. I could not ask for better people for them.
Right?
Like, genuinely.
It's like y'all will go on vacations together.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
When you're older. Yeah. And it'd be no problem. It's not like, oh, this guy I have to go deal with.
No. Yeah. Literally, none of my friends are dating guys like that at all.
Yeah.
They found some keepers.
Honestly, I feel like I'm just starting in this phase of life where it's like my friends or, like, my best friend just got engaged, but, like, they're both two of my best friends since high school, so I've known both of them for some time. Mm-hmm. But my other good friends, like, from home, it's like they're just now getting long-term boyfriends and like experiencing that, and it's like I'm trying to picture it. I am.
Yeah. But is it, like, weird?
It is.
Yeah.
It's weird, especially at a distance. Yeah. You know, but I always give the fellows. I always give the fellows a shot.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I trust
can we talk
judgment.
About this?
Yeah.
You've never had an actual boyfriend.
Oh my God, you put me on the spot.
Sorry. Not like that. But
no, yeah.
I think that's crazy.
You think? People tell me that all the time. But
like, you're such a catch.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And like a catch, like a fish. Like,
yeah,
like a big blue bass.
Fish out of water. You probably haven't seen that movie.
You're so sweet. I love that.
I know. I am.
But no, a lot of people say that, honestly.
I think that's so crazy.
I feel like a lot of the reason is because of, like, what I've talked about, like, my, like, family life and my, like, I guess, like, my past. And, like, I never really wanted to, like, let anyone in. And I'm a very, like, I'm a deep emotional person. And, like, if you're not there with me, then I'm, like, not interested.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I've definitely had situationships, and I feel like I've been in love for sure at least once. Mm-hmm. But like, it's like those people never want to meet me in the middle. Yeah. Kind of deal, and it's never the right people.
And it's almost like you have to, like, love them from a distance at some point.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you have to love yourself more.
For sure.
And I've gone through this a lot, but it's just, like, not being good enough for people. And I think that also stems into some of my insecurity. Insecurities, which we all have. But
yeah, we do.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm kind of picky. And I feel like
as you should.
Some people, maybe, like, guys anyways, are a little intimidated.
I was about to say this. I don't think it's that you're not good enough by any fucking means. I think that, like, guys are intimidated when a girl is, like, better than them.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, if you're here and he's here and, like, they don't want to match that energy or, like, meet you in the middle.
And they don't want to be embarrassed of themselves around you.
Especially in this past year of, like, trying to date. It's just, like, I feel like guys who cannot run with you are the ones that treat you like shit.
Right. I just want someone to be my best friend.
Yes.
First of all.
Do you have, like, a checklist?
To meet me a little bit, yeah.
I have a checklist on my phone.
I do, actually.
Do you really? That's really good.
It is.
Keeps you accountable.
It does. And I think, like, I go back and forth. Like, I think checklists are good, and I think they're bad. Like, they're realistic and they're unrealistic.
Yes, but there's a fine difference, or like
there's this line like you can't pick everything little thing apart.
For example, I really want a man to golf.
Right. I want to drive the cart.
The man that I'm in love with, he can't golf, and that's fine. That's probably his only flaw. Just kidding.
Exactly.
He has a lot. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't.
Can you
putt? Maybe
we'll have to try that out. Actually, top golf. I've never done that actually.
Double date?
Yeah, double date.
But no, it's really good to be picky, honestly.
But yeah. And I'm just such a laid back person. I have standards for sure.
I just cannot believe, like, honestly, like, you're so chill.
Thank you.
And like you feel
I'd be a chill girlfriend, right?
I really think you would.
I am so chill. Are you kidding?
I think you were so chill. I'm not even joking.
I go with the flow.
You go with the flow, and you have your shit together.
I'm a people pleaser, so
that's also true.
Yeah, exactly.
I can
cook. I can clean.
She can cook, and she can cook. Me and Emma.
I do facials.
She does. Every time Emma's cooking, I'm like, oh, I'm coming to cook too.
We cook together.
We always have like, I was almost like, let's like go to our stools and have our talk, because we always have our kitchen talks.
Oh my god, always.
Like every night almost.
It's the best thing ever.
No, it is.
We could talk for days, honestly. Allie and I.
Oh, for sure.
We will get done with our little, cooking session, and then
we're still talking, and then it's 10 o'clock, and I'm like, fuck.
And we're like, wow, it's really past our bedtime.
Literally, like, I need to go to bed. So. Have you like dibble-dabbled in like Nashville dating?
I have. So, first moving to Nashville, I was kind of excited to finally experience like dating, in a city. I was like, okay, let's do this.
New.
Yeah. And the first thing I hear is Nashville dating sucks. Dating in Nashville is the worst. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, great, I picked the perfect city to move to because I'm single as fuck. I do this thing where I will finally force myself to get on Hinge, right? And I'm like, I swipe, have some fun. And then I come across a few where I'm like, oh, I'm scared. Yeah. And then, oh, okay. I'm scared again. And then, like, I kind of back off because I get overwhelmed and I'm like, I get discouraged. I'm like, what is this? You kind of got to get through the bad to see the good, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I go back and forth. Well, I've matched with, like, multiple guys. And, like, sometimes I'll, like, text guys. Or they'll text me for a while and then it's, like, ghost. I don't know. Like, nothing happens to cause that.
Yeah. No, I know.
It's just like we all do the same thing. And I've done it too.
I've had mutual ghosts for dates.
Yeah.
Like, I don't text me, doesn't text me.
Like, we do it to each other.
Yeah.
Like, I think we're all just in the same boat.
We are.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
But there was this one guy that stood out. Nate. Oh, Nate. He was in medical sales. So I was like, green flag.
I feel like sales is a red flag.
Well, now I know.
Low key.
Now I know.
Anyway.
For sure, now I know.
Yeah.
Medical sales. And this guy is blowing my lineup. Text at a time. Like multiple texts at a time.
This guy.
Ugh. And we hadn't even been on the first date yet. First of all, he asks me, okay, well, first of all, he's like, I'm the perfect date planner. I'm going to let you know. The itinerary will be available later tonight. And I'm like, okay, cool. Later, I'm like, okay, so like, what's the itinerary? And he says, so you tell me. Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, what? I thought, what?
That makes no sense.
No sense. So then he's asking me all these questions, like where I want to go. And I was like, sir, like, I just want someone that's going to plan it, set a date and time and say, be there, be square. Can't wait.
Yes.
No, this guy keeps asking me. And then he proceeds to ask me, do you want to pregame the date? Sir, pregame? Come again. You want to pregame the date like we're going out to the bar? Take me to dinner or to eat.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
The fuck?
So
I was already like, oh, here's the red coming in. Mm-hmm. Hurricanes are coming. So that happens, and then he's in the operating room sitting in on a surgery for his job, and he's saying, this guy is about to die on the table. I'll send you pictures if you want. Like, we're in a craniotomy.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, I don't want to see that. Like, no thanks. Also, like, first of all, that's a HIPAA violation. Yeah. So don't send me pictures of this poor man
who's about to die.
And his open skull as he's about to die on the table. That is disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. absolutely not. So I was just like, no. And then I'm like, rain check, because I actually ended up getting tickets to Morgan Wallen, right? And I kind of like fibbed, and I was like, well, I have friends in town that surprised me with tickets to Morgan Wallen. Who's gonna pass up Morgan Wallen though?
No,
like
nobody.
To go out with this Nate guy.
No, we don't even know you.
We don't even know you, Nate. Anyways, so I go to Morgan Wallen. I was like, but maybe I can get drinks with you after work or whatever the next night. I totally forget about it, and I find myself on a party bus with Allie, going crazy after an 8 p.m. shift. Okay, and I'm like, oh my God, Allie. She's like, what? And I'm like, I just realized I just completely ghosted a date. I forgot I had a date.
I'm posting that picture right now.
Right now.
Of the snap I took of you.
Yeah.
We were going crazy too.
We were going crazy. And I was like, oh my God, I just forgot about my date. Oh, well, sorry, Nate. It was nice knowing you and chatting with you for a while. I hope that man survived.
You never said anything again, did you?
No.
It was a mutual
Absolutely
ghost.
Not. Ghost.
Honestly, it's for the best. So you never met him?
Nope. But apparently he survives in the neighborhood that I work in. So I try to avoid the places he told me he likes. So.
My God.
Yeah.
Where does he like?
That, like, juice place in the Gulch.
I don't know.
It's like
I
don't know why I want to say Beetlejuice. It's like upbeat.
I don't know.
Upbeat. Some like new place.
Ew. Well, we're not ever going.
We're not going to upbeat.
No.
We're not going to say where we like, because we don't want you to show up there. But
no,
those stay secret. Anyways.
Yeah, I will definitely.
Yeah. So since then, I've dabbled a little bit, but I met someone on a trip in May, and that's kind of been occupying my time.
Yes.
So it's been sweet. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Love talking to the guy. We're like besties, which is also, it's always a good thing.
No,
always
it definitely is. You should marry your best friend.
Yeah. I agree. That's what I've always said.
Yeah.
But we are like 4 hours apart, so that sucks. But and there's some other factors, but I'm kind of trying to focus on myself right now. And if something comes along in Nashville.
Yeah.
But I feel like eventually, like, time will tell. Like, I'll be ready to saddle up on the dating again. Maybe come fall.
Yeah, just see where life goes.
We'll just see. I'm just kind of riding the waves, obviously. Like I said, I'm a go with the flow kind of gal.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. We're high
surfing.
Pressure.
Yeah.
The priority right now is me and my journey here. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
I love it.
I'm excited for you.
I know.
Are you going to start posting soon?
I am.
You have
Absolutely.
to.
I have to.
You literally have to.
It's a thing, like, it
she'll be like,
starts
Allie,
now.
I made a TikTok.
And then I didn't post it.
And then she doesn't post it. And I'm like, Emma, you're the cutest thing literally ever.
Like, just post it, bitch.
Like, why? I slide up on all of your stories. I'm like,
love you.
slay my queen.
I love you. Same with you.
Like,
but
I know.
No, yeah, maybe I just need a social media manager.
Yeah, I'll help you.
For real.
Literally.
It's a like anxious avoidant.
Are you just like scared of like what people are gonna say?
I think I just like
expecting that of you.
Yeah.
Out of all people, you.
Yeah.
100%.
Right? I think it's the editing I get overwhelmed, and I like need to figure out a better. It's a lot of work and time. Yeah. And a lot of my time goes elsewhere right now, so.
Yeah.
A lot of things. Yeah.
That's a lot
of weird hours at work. But that's excuses. If you want to get it done, you do it, babe.
That I do have to agree.
I'm going to stop talking about it and start doing it.
Yes.
So,
stop talking and just do.
Just do it, because it's better done than not.
Yes.
So, not perfect. It's better not perfect and done than not done.
Yes.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll reach that perfection. Are you going to do like makeup videos? Or like what are you going to do?
Well, a year and a half ago or so, I hit this point and I was really inspired. I don't know what by. But I was going to start a blog and a website and like links for my makeup and everything like that. And I still want to do that, like where everything lies. Yeah. And I was going to call it Everything Emma.
That's so cute. Everything Emma. I love that.
Everything Emma, because it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I
like that.
I get my hands into so much, and I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I don't have just one niche. There's a lot of things. That was
like my issue, but I think I've like finally like figured out, like, honestly, when I first started posting on TikTok, I did shopping hauls, but it quickly got expensive.
Oh my God, yeah.
I was like, I don't have this
money. Unless you're getting PR.
I was like, I don't have this money to like keep buying all these things. And I was like, I don't want to like return them and like be like that kind of person. So that was like kind of hard for me, and then like I just slowly stopped posting. So that's like I was like I'm kind of over that, and I've kind of stopped like overbuying and shit.
I love what you're doing though.
I know, me too.
I love it.
I love it.
It's so you.
I love it. Is so
it's
me. I've always been
thing.
obsessed with like love and like relationships and things like that.
Yeah.
And I'm a yapper, so
I like could see myself doing clothes. Like I would love to do like clothes influencing, like and 5'1" kind of curvy. Like I would love to do all that because I'm obsessed with clothes. I love home
really
decor.
should.
I love makeup. I love skincare. I love like traveling, like all the things. And so it's so overwhelming.
But you could do all those things.
Everything, Emma.
Yeah, you really should.
You know, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think that you should start doing it. You
really there should be no rules. I'm not gonna say, hey, makeup page, because that's not me. It's I share a little bit of everything.
Yes, I think that you should just start posting and figure out your niche.
It's just a little blog.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's your lifestyle. That's literally your niche. Lifestyle,
babe. We're just living out here.
Yep, I love it.
Living with Emma.
Everything Emma.
Yeah.
I'm living with Emma. You're not.
Yeah, we gotta.
But I am.
But she is.
But you can watch everything Emma.
Exactly. So go watch.
We all can. Yeah. She's gonna start posting right now, aren't you?
We are right now. Actually, yeah. We'll look at it together. I'll get my social media manager.
Yes.
To look at it up.
It's like you know somebody.
I know.
It's like you know someone.
I know a girl. Her name's Lake.
Rhymes with Sally.
Sally or something. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
She's brunette. Has a little dog.
She might be my twin.
She looks like you. Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm Allie though. Wow.
Yeah.
Wild. All right. Well, do you have anything?
Love.
Yes. Do you have anything else to say about?
Thank you for having me as a
You're
guest.
so welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, Emma,
I'll be back.
I have 2 things to ask you. I forgot the second one was, but the first one I was like, what are you doing this weekend? I was like, can you be my guest? And we screamed.
We both
go, ah!
It's like the
we started jumping.
We did. I was like, shut up. Like, and I was like, am I your second guest?
And I was like, yes.
Oh my god. I'm
yes.
so special.
No, I love it. I'm so excited.
Oh my god.
You did so good. I love you. You're the best. I'm so happy
you.
I got to meet you.
Same.
And now we're friends and I love it.
I love it too. Roomie's besties.
We're it all.
I knew it'd be
everything Emma and Allie.
Great.
Me too.
I was so excited to live with you.
Oh, so excited.
I knew before we really knew each other, I knew we were very similar. So.
Very similar.
This is just the beginning, babes.
It is.
I'll be back.
We'll be back. And she'll be going. She'll be fucking influencing.
We'll be influencing. Yeah, go follow me.
Yeah.
On TikTok.
Follow Emma on everything. I'll link it all.
We love it, babes.
All right. Mwah. Bye.
Thanks for loving our chaos.
Yes.